Morning people, how you doing? Unbelievable, isn't it? Always the way. I've had 2 days off work and I thought, right, one day I'm going to do a bit of DIY on the house, which I've done, and the other day I'm going to go out with a camera. The day I did the DIY on the house, the weather was lush. Friday morning, wake up, weather's crap. So I've headed up to Dartmoor, come to a woodland which is called Zuson's Wood. It's near Zuson's Common. I'll put a screenshot, I'll screenshot it now. And I just thought it's nice and misty and nice and moody. I'm going to walk into the woodland. I'm going to leave my bag behind. I'm just going to take my camera and my tripod because it's going to be a little bit wet, I think. And see if we can get some kind of moody shots. That's my plan anyway. Failing that, I got my flask and I got my donuts. Got a feeling it's going to be a wet day. I've literally only just come in the woodland and I've seen a shot I like already. Tickety-boo. All it is looking into the trees. The reason I come here when it was like this, because to get that kind of moody effect, because it's open moorland out there and it's nice and bright, when you look through the trees, obviously you've got the vertical of the trees, and then because it's just misty outside, you've just got this backlit of light coming through, whereas if you shoot into the woodland it's darker. So I quite like it. This particular shot isn't that. I've got half. I've got the light from the left coming in and the dark woodland on the right. Do you know what I mean? You know, if you look into the woodland, the light coming from the back is quite dark. Whereas if you look from the woodland out, you've got a nice kind of misty white light coming in. I quite like this shot here. To be honest, anywhere you point a camera in here, you're going to get a lovely shot anyway. But there's a bit of a leading line from the tracks where the tractor's gone through. All I'm going to do is shoot in AV mode, ISO 100, and I reckon I should be happy with that. ISO 100. F11's quite a nice number, isn't it? Now, do I go really wide, or do I zoom in? Should make sure the tracks are in the middle. Put 2-second timer on. I might come further back a little bit, get a compressed shot. It says a couple of shots, one really wide at 15mm, one zoomed in to about 24mm, F11, ISO 100, about a second and a half. Nothing amazing, but for a shot of the day, innit? It may not be raining outside, but all it takes is a couple drips where the water's built up on a tree. And boof, down it comes. Straight on the front of your lens. Nightmare. Tickety boo. This kind of proves I raved in the 90s or grew up in the 90s, but this place here would look lush. Looking down there, landscape shot, landscape format with a red phonebox. How cool would that look? Looks spot on, I reckon. Oh, I'm just going to walk about and see if I can find some foreground interest. It's bound to be some rolled up logs or something, stacks of logs or something around here, so hang tight. Listen to that. So quiet, it's lush, isn't it? Not sure if I like the composition, but I wanted some foreground interest. And I've come across this stack of timber. So I've got the timber as sort of in the foreground, slightly to the left down the bottom. And then obviously I've got the vertical of the trees, but in the background, behind the vertical of the trees, is the light, the cool light trying to get through. Or the warm light, I don't know how I'm going to edit it yet, but ISO 100, F11, about a second. From just taking that shot there with the timber in the bottom left, I've literally just turned to my right and I've got more timber here. But what I do like, this might end up being a square crop, I'm not entirely sure yet, because I kind of like, there's a little path here that runs off. Logs you can see square on, but there's a branch off this spruce here, just kind of framing. So it might be a square crop, I don't know. But again, f11, ISO 100, probably about a second, I reckon. But yeah, I quite like it. Whoever stacked this timber, if next time you look down there, see you've got the trees either side, you've got the street of trees. If you could stack this timber symmetrically, that'd be brilliant. Be a nice shot down there with the timber on the sides. Got to be a selfie there somewhere, isn't there? Just wish I had a bright jacket on, bright red jacket. I reckon that'd look really cool. Looking forward to my flask and me donut. Let's get in that woodland. See me? Yeah, cool. Right, I'm on my way into the woodland, but I've literally just turned around and looked back at the stack of timber from inside the wood, and it's quite nice because I've got a nice straight tree here, bit of a leading line from a kind of a track, and it's kind of like you're looking from the looking from within the woodlands out to look at the timber. I know it's not the most exciting thing on the planet, a pile of timber, but we've got this nice eerie light. I quite like that. Sort of from in looking out. I either just saw an alien or a car driving by. Right, let's go and find something in the woodland with some foreground interest, or a fallen tree, something like that would be nice. Right, it's not really a good point of foreground interest, but looking up here, there used to be trees, obviously all the way up. Oh, I hate wearing a hood. Oh, I've got this tree stump down here. I quite like it because there's a line of them down the middle. I haven't got the tops of the trees, and it's mainly just focusing on this stump in the foreground, few in the background, and the light trying to creep through, and obviously all the, like I said earlier, all the verticals of the trees. But what I have noticed on top of that stump, there's a little softwood growing. I'll take you down there now and see if you can see it. Cool as. Look at that beauty, look. So he's going to be a big boy one day. I might get my camera down here and see if I can get a shot nice and wide, as he's bouncing around a little bit, so it'll have to be a nice quick shot. I'm going to get a nice wide shot with him in the foreground if I can. How cool is he? Got the lower part of the tree stumps, cool light coming through, and I sat him, obviously he sat right on top of this tree stump here. We've got ISO 1600, 7.1, 50th of a second. I've been wiping the front of my lens like mad, so if the shot's any good, here it is. Quite like this shot. The track that we're on kind of disappears off round the corner. Got trees framing it left and right, and there's kind of a light coming from round the corner which you can't see. F11, ISO 100, 1/4 of a second. Cool. people, that is about it. I've had a little walk about. I can't really find what I really want. As you may have seen from past videos, I want a woodland like this with the light that we've had, and I just want, sat in the middle, not being disturbed, a little beech tree with its orange leaves being backlit with this cool light and surrounded by all these greens and these big vertical trees. That's all I want, not much to ask. That's it. This is going out on a Friday. As always, there's an affiliate link down below for the Maven filters I use, although I haven't used any today. Have a great Friday, have a great weekend. See you in the next vid. Cool. Cheers. Bye.